Hey you guys, you're watching Square-Faced Vision. I'm Jules Hallam and you've joined us over in West London at the K West Hotel. We've managed to grab Ben Kweller for a quick chat before he heads off to Bristol.
Hello, everybody.
Thanks
Hello,
for joining us
Jules.
today. Hey dude. Something I wanted to ask you today, Ben. You've got a young family these days. How has that affected the rock and roll lifestyle for you?
Well, my hotel rooms still get trashed.
As I'm sure you can see slightly. A couple
This
of beers in the
bed ended up
background.
on the wall. It's changed things because like for the longest time, I've been with my wife Liz, God, for like 13 years. Like we fell in love when we were still teenagers.
Back at school,
And
right?
well, not even. I dropped out of school. I met her in Boston. I'm from Texas. We met when I was on a trip in Boston. I was 17 and she was 22. She wasn't quite a teenager, but she was older than me. And we fell in love. And we've been together ever since. And when I started my solo career, she just went with me everywhere. We traveled the world together. And then we had Dorian, our son, and that was 5 years ago. And just took him with us everywhere. But see, now he's in kindergarten, so we're part of the public school system, so he can't miss school. And so it's
So you have to plan tours around school holidays.
well, yeah, I mean, we're trying to figure it out because this year is the first time that we're dealing with it, and with a new album out, like I have to work nonstop, and so they actually haven't come with me on anything, and it's been a real drag, really. I'm kind of lonely and just it's kind of a bummer. I've been writing a lot of songs. I've had a lot of time to myself, which I guess can be okay for creativity, but for like your emotional well-being, it's not so good.
Do you find that affects your tour mindset? Like when you're just about to go on the show, you could find yourself thinking, God damn, I really want to see those guys.
Yeah, I definitely think that a lot. I think that when I'm out here, I live for the 2 hours every night that I'm on stage. I mean, there's no other reason. That is the reason I'm here, is to perform. It's like all the other stuff. Like it's the sitting around and waiting all day and getting on an airplane or getting in a bus or getting in a van. That shit just gets old.
I'm really surprised to hear you say that the bumbling around in a van or on a bus, that sort of thing gets old, because to you and I, being a rock and roll star, that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
But you're kind of
Oh,
saying,
trust
well,
me. Well,
once you've done it for a while, it kind of gets a bit tired.
Yeah, I mean, it's so fun. I mean, I still have a blast to do. It's just there's things that I would rather be doing with my time than traveling without the people I love. I mean, that's kind of it. If they were with me, it'd be awesome.
Do you find that your musicianship has become more perhaps isolated in the later years? Because you wrote the album all by yourself. Was that your
Oh,
second
the one I
album?
was talking about, where I played all the instruments myself.
Yeah.
That was my self-titled album. It's called Ben Kweller, and it was one of the most kind of isolating experiences, but also the most liberating too, because I love making music with other people, and being in the studio with friends and like coming up with ideas is always really fun. But that album was interesting because there's no one in there with me. I played the drums, bass, guitars, pianos, keyboards, harmonica, whatever, flute. Actually, I don't play the flute, but you get the idea.
You had a crack.
I did play the sleigh bells and the triangle, so that counts. But
I wasn't aware that they were rock and roll instruments, but hey,
yeah,
Ben Kweller is
you
putting
can-
his name to it.
Yeah, exactly. So it was really fun just kind of being in there with my own head, So and I ended up writing one of my favorite songs. It's called 13, which is probably my best love song that I've written. I've had like this perfectionism that I've been trying to just really nail, because I record everything on tape, on analog tape, so I don't use computers, which definitely makes the process harder at times. I feel like I finally achieved it on this last album, where I got close to what they were trying to do in the 60s and 70s, just like laboring over it and making everything as good and tight as possible. Because with computers, it's easy. It's really just like a click of a button, and you can make a drummer sound perfect, and you can make a singer sound perfect. But on tape, you can. It's just really what you put out there is what you get. So you got to really work at it. And I feel like with Go Fly a Kite, I finally kind of achieved that. So now I'm wide open to kind of anything, you know. Maybe just something really raw, and I don't know. We'll see where I go. Yeah, see what happens.
Cool. Well, Ben, it's been a pleasure chatting to you.
Really good
Best
chatting
luck with
with
the rest
you.
of the tour, and well, see you soon.
Thank you very much.
See you guys.
Bye-bye.
Cheers.